From South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Hi there and welcome to Headliners. I'm Lauren Pastrana. An alarming study is causing concern for residents along the South Florida coastline. It says buildings are sinking. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray joins us from Sunny Isles Beach with what she found.
Of course, it's a problem, but we don't know yet any information about it.
Francisco Racases lives in the Pinnacle, a high-rise on Sunny Isles Beach. It's a few buildings down from several condos where a new study says the buildings show signs of sinking.
New buildings, they have to sink a little bit until they get, stable. So that's what I'm assuming. So I don't think that it's going to collapse.
Scientists at the University of Miami and collaborators say 35 buildings along the coast are showing signs of sinking.
One hypothesis is, well, we do see that their subsidence at some places, it picks up or it starts when there is construction, either from the building itself after it was built for a new building or when there's construction nearby.
This is a very new technology by using satellite to measure buildings. And as you continue to read, there was no physical inspections of the building.
Daniel Codsey is a developer who has built buildings on the water and inland.
All the buildings, especially the older buildings, have been inspected. Of course, there's the Florida law that requires inspection. These newer buildings, sure, they're taller. As I mentioned, we put them on these piles and we dig between 125 to 150 feet into the ground for these high rises. So they have very firm foundations. They are expected to settle into the ground. That's not unnatural for a building. There's no evidence on the ground that says that there's any unsettling that should be concerning.
And we're told managers of some of the condos actually went around today looking for signs of sinking but found none. University of Miami scientists say more research is needed. On Sunny Isles Beach, Joan Murray, CBS News Miami.
3 women are facing charges now, accused of staging car crashes and filing fraudulent medical claims. The women were taken into custody after detectives executed a search warrant at the Hialeah clinic where they work. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor reports from the West Miami-Dade jail where they were being held.
Ma'am, you were arrested for 1 count of racketeering, a first-degree felony.
3 women faced a judge in bond court Tuesday afternoon.
All right, so we have Maria Arteaga.
Maria Arteaga was identified as the owner of White Care Clinic in Hialeah.
25 counts of filing a false or fraudulent insurance claim.
They were all granted bond, but when Miami-Dade police showed up to arrest them on Monday morning at the clinic, they had been investigating them for 5 months.
What these women who were arrested were doing was having the people who were involved in these stage accidents come into the clinic, sign numerous amounts of paperwork for different medical services that they were not rendering.
This case goes back to July 31st, where she's involved with insurance fraud for staged accidents.
According to police, on that date, Alberto Peniche Lugo, also arrested, and Cynthia Reyes staged an accident in Northwest Miami-Dade.
Those individuals who were arrested notified those detectives that they were recruited by a clinic owner who explained to them that if they were to do this, they would be able to make approximately $2,500, and in turn, that medical clinic would then be able to fraudulently bill the auto insurance company for medical services that were not rendered.
The arrest form for Maria Arteaga reveals that on Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, the National Insurance Crime Bureau notified the detective that Ms. Reyes and Mr. Peniche Lugo had filed a claim with Root Insurance Company for the staged traffic crash for which they had previously been arrested. This is how Miami-Dade police describes the scheme by which 39-year-old Maria Arteaga, identified as the owner of the clinic, 45-year-old Elizabeth Montero, per police, the therapist, and 26-year-old Haiti Mercedes Gonzalez Perez, the receptionist, ended up behind bars.
Yvonne Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
When we come back, see what experts say you need to know to stay safe this holiday season and not fall victim to any scams that may be circulating. That's next.
From from South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Welcome back. I'm Lauren Pastrana. 'Tis the season, unfortunately, for a surge in holiday scams. Joan Murray is back now with advice from experts who say these scams are very believable and getting harder to identify.
Nancy Barnes is done with sending holiday gifts and cards, but she knows scammers aren't done with her.
They know people are going crazy, trying to get things done, and they try to, go after especially elderly.
A common scam going on, you get an email or text telling you your package has arrived but can't be delivered because of an invalid zip code, and to click on a link to get personal information.
It nearly happened to me. I was expecting this package of prescription pet food from the post office. Then I got a note that they had a wrong zip code and they were directing me to a site to put in information. Thankfully, I didn't fall for the scam.
Doug Houston said he's gotten similar messages from other delivery services.
Your package is waiting for you. We need this information, and I know it's not true. So I just delete it.
Online shopping scams are increasing too. Scammers pretending to be legitimate online sellers, either with a fake web page or a fake ad on a genuine site. The AARP is warning seniors to be on alert.
Fake websites and online deals may seem real, but they're after your credit card information. Stick to trusted retailers, protect your personal data, and review your bank statements carefully.
To protect yourself, be wary of links. Go directly to the delivery website. Beware of amazing deals and be careful of giving out your credit card information. After being nearly scammed online, Nancy Barnes isn't taking any chances.
If it sounds too good to be true, don't.
That is good advice. If you are targeted, report it to the Federal Trade Commission, and if you are taken, report it to your credit card company. Joan Murray, CBS News Miami.
Good advice there. And the holidays are supposed to be a time of joy and family, but for those mourning a loved one, the holidays can bring a slew of other emotions. That's the case for our former colleague and friend, Cynthia Demos. She lost her father earlier this year. CBS News Miami's Jim Barry found out how Cynthia and her family plan to keep him close this Christmas.
He was just the best father and friend ever.
Cynthia Demos beams with pride when talking about her dad. Angelo Demos was there for every big moment in Cynthia's life, like her wedding day 15 years ago.
And I'm sure you're going to have as happy a life as your mother and I have had. We love you dearly.
In turn, Cynthia documented his milestones, including one as it approached this year.
You turn 100 in 100 days.
Wow.
How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel happy.
Happy?
Happy and young.
Shortly after his 100th birthday, Angelo Demos died. Now, Cynthia is bracing for her first Christmas without the patriarch of the family.
Without him here this Thanksgiving, it was odd. It was sad, and Christmas will be the same.
So this is the Hall of Fame.
While the holiday season is full of joy, it can feel especially sorrowful for those who lose loved ones around this time of year. How to get through it? Experts say be restful and also grateful.
Practice gratitude. Count your blessings. Happiness is not getting what you want, it's wanting what you have. And for a lot of people, they're so very blessed, but they're always focusing on the glass half empty. So it's important to take stock in all the amazing things in your life.
Cynthia and her family also intend to do something else, which experts say is important. Carry on quirky traditions.
My dad and my husband and my sister's husband would have a competition of who could give the funniest Christmas gift.
I love it.
Yeah, which we carry on today, in his honor. This will be the first Christmas without him, but we're going to still keep the traditions around that we had.
Angelo Demos was a prominent attorney who will soon have a street named after him. He was also a proud World War II veteran.
Saw combat?
Oh, yeah. He was in World War II, in France.
Wow.
And in the Battle of the Bulge.
But Cynthia's memories of him are far more personal. To get through the ups and downs this holiday season, she is adhering to another important tip.
Surround yourself with the people you love and the people who know what you're going through and the people who care.
The memories of her dad bring Cynthia Demos some obvious joy, but they collide with an emptiness that others who have lost loved ones during the holidays can relate to.
I love to talk about him. So the more I can talk about him, the better. And, you know, I hope that people, you know, remember what a great role model he was. And
To those who have not lost loved ones during the holidays, Cynthia Demas says simply this: live the way you want now with those you love, so you have no regrets. When it comes to her dad, Cynthia Demas says she doesn't have any. I'm Jim Barry, CBS News, Miami.
Big hug out to Cynthia there. When we come back, see what else you might want to keep in mind this holiday season as it gets into full gear and how you can keep your four-legged family members safe.
From South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Welcome back. I'm Lauren Pastrana. Getting into the holiday spirit can prove to be dangerous and expensive for you and your pet. You might not realize just how many things related to the holiday can pose a health risk to your four-legged best friend. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis stopped by Chewy's Vet Clinic to get you the information you need to keep your fur babies safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you ever see your dog or your cat doing this? Chomping on something and wondering if they should be eating it? Well, this holiday season, make sure it's not one of these.
Chocolate, we know, keep away from our dogs and our cats. We want to be careful with onions and garlic. That can cause some anemia in our dogs and our cats. Raisins and grapes, so be careful with those fruit cakes. That can cause some kidney failure.
It's not just foods you have to look out for, though. Poisonous flowers like lilies, poinsettias, holly, mistletoe, and of course this, a Christmas tree.
Those pine needles that fall on the floor, so make sure that we're cleaning those daily. That can cause some GI irritation. Tinsel, for example, that's something cats love to play with. They'll go ahead and ingest that. That can cause a linear foreign body that requires surgery.
Cats tend to be curious, going places they don't belong or jumping on and eating a Christmas tree, so fake may be the way to go. This couple uses a fake tree so their dog doesn't accidentally ingest the pine needles.
We also make sure to have toys readily available for her nearby so that we can easily offer her an alternative or a distraction if she starts to get curious about the tree.
During the holidays, Gia and her partner are very cautious when cooking, as their dog Coda is always at their feet in the kitchen.
Anytime something gets dropped on the floor, like onion when we're cooking, if she gets curious about it and approaches it, when we tell her to leave it, she won't touch it.
And if your pet accidentally ingests something they shouldn't,
I would recommend calling Poison Control or the ASPCA Pet Poison Hotline just to figure out if they've consumed a toxic dose. They can help you either get to an emergency room if you do need to induce vomiting or start treatment, or tell you what signs to look out for depending on what they consumed.
Overall, enjoy the holidays, but keep a close eye on your babies to minimize the risk. In Plantation, Trish Christakis, CBS News, Miami.
Law enforcement officers commit to protect and serve. For school resource officer Ashley Williams, it's more than that. It's what's in her heart. CBS News Miami's Chelsea Jones explains how she's making Miami proud, and everyone is taking notice.
Hi guys, well, I'm Officer Ashley Williams, a member of the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. Officer Ashley Williams says this is the best experience of her life. And I graduated from Dillard High School. Now she's back, walking the same halls as the school resource officer.
It was always my mission to become a cop and come back to my school to be able to pour into the youth.
Her impact is felt.
I'm just seeing how far she's come, seeing how amazing and how far you can grow. It makes me want to continue to do my dreams, even when I feel like I may not want to keep going.
Her student Jimmy had dreams of becoming a Marine. Officer Williams helped him achieve that.
It was kind of hard because I didn't really know if this was really right for me until I met some mentors throughout my life who's really guiding me and really pushed me.
On this day, she was honored, surprised by her former teachers like Sonia Fuller.
She always go above and beyond.
Fellow officers.
Countless hours that she puts in off the clock.
And students for all that she does serving the Dillard High School community.
I'm from the city, from the neighborhood, so I felt like I had a mission of really helping our girls in particular. Now that I will be leaving, it's like a bittersweet, as I stated before, to know, like, okay, your mission's complete here. Now it's on to the next thing.
That next thing is detective. All of Officer Williams' triumphs are now elevating her to the next level. She follows in the footsteps of her late mother, who was a dispatcher, and her uncle, who was a sergeant for the Fort Lauderdale Police Department.
I wanted to be impactful. I wanted to be meaningful in life, and I found my purpose.
She is making Miami proud.
Thank y'all so much.
In Fort Lauderdale, Chelsea Jones, CBS News, Miami.
And thank you for joining us this half hour on Headliners. As always, keep it right here to CBS News Miami for up-to-the-minute breaking news and weather 24 hours a day. Make it a great one.